I'll show you the sweetest delight in the garden as a surprise for Adam.
Really?
Come.
All right.
Here.
But this is the one tree in the garden we cannot touch. This is the forbidden fruit.
Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? Surely not.
We may eat the fruit of any tree in the garden, except for the tree in the middle of the garden. God has forbidden us to either touch or eat the fruit of that tree, for if we do, we shall die.
You believe that nonsense? Of course you will not die. God knows that as soon as you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you and Adam will be like gods yourselves.
Almost one day we'll reach the level of the avatars that we have read about in history, the Buddhas and Jesus.
Infinite One's God.
You ancient serpent, you cast your spell upon this planet with your graven images and your wishes to be worshipped. Witches and warlocks flock like Harry Potter fans, waiting for your new age plan to spread across the land. You got the masses dumped down where you want them, convinced that you don't exist, and now you got them atheist. Some even think they're evolving to a godlike level above and beyond human. These Luciferian lies feed on ego and pride. They come disguised as an angel of light, like the original sin and the first deception. The tree in the garden, don't you see the connection? It's the same old lie that he used back then at the beginning of time, at the fall of man. Have we forgotten the truth within the book of Genesis? Ignorant of the nature of sin, so we dismiss written words of God as an irrelevant myth, but then embrace all these new age thoughts of nonsense.
It's not good or bad. There's no God waiting to punish you because you did one or the other.
There is no God in doing. Infinite One's God. Welcome to the kingdom of heaven, without judgment, without hate, without testing, without anything.
Occult-like practices and pagan worshiping as act exists. See through the smoke and the mirrors and the mist. From Atlantis to the American fanatical myths, to the UFO connection with the German SS. Secret society elitists from the east and the west. Illuminati and Masonics had it all connect. Satanic worship to the depths we don't want to admit. It's a globalized illusion that we gotta correct. Check the symbols and signs like the all-seeing eye. Read the Bible facts to understand the great design. See the writing on the wall, we're living in end times. And even the elective now bought into the lie. Real Satanists are dressed up in their suits and ties, eating the fruit like these fools who think they are divine. They aren't evolved, they're just blinded by ego and pride, living a lie that disguised like Jekyll and Hyde. Can you deny that these times were all prophesied? Read Matthew 24:24, you decide.
There's no such thing as good or bad. Judging takes practice and tradition. There are things that I do that I know they evolve. There are other things that do not evolve. It's not good or bad.
All right, what is going on, everyone? We are live. It is the 27th of August in the year 2020, apparently. It's Steve JMO. I got Bobby Stevens here with me. What's going on, Bobby?
Everything.
Dude, literally everything is going on, dude. You can't, you can't wipe your ass without seeing some speck of shit come through the window. You know, it's just so much stuff is going on. It's crazy. It's literally crazy. You got Wisconsin going down. You still have half the nation on fire. You got protests that are going, nuts all around the world. But then you also have spikes in COVID in all those same sections. Coincidentally, I think not, but it is what it is. We're here to speculate, and it's all just my opinion. And Bobby's too. Don't forget about Bobby's opinion.
Dude, it's like, I just can't, I'm just going through all the headlines. And even this one here, Hurricane Laura topples Confederate monument in Louisiana just 2 weeks after local parish voted to keep it standing in front of the courthouse.
bro. That's just another one for the shelf. This. So they're not using weather as a force in a weather warfare. They're actually using it politically. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Another step to erase the history we've been told, so we can go into this new golden age.
It's a now that I'm looking at it, it's a lot more than just. It's the statue that's on top of pillars.
Oh, so that could be something completely different.
Hmm. I'm pretty sure the date here says I-951 or I-865. I don't know. I would have to zoom in.
That's crazy.
I guess they're gonna say it's 1915.
Really? Really, they're whopping out pillars in 1915, no problem.
And it's a weird looking statue, like the guy who fell over. I don't know. He has like a thing over his back. It almost makes him look like an angel, but it's not an angel. It's a guy. But like, yeah, it's just really odd. But it's on top of two pillars.
Really interesting. Yeah. Sort of like how they depict George Washington in the White House in the midst of heaven. Isn't that nice?
It's always beautiful.
It's nice, dude. Like, let's glorify more mortal beings, you know what I'm saying? But there's also speculation on that George Washington could have actually been a giant, you know what I'm saying? Like a Nephilim type deal, because I mean, it's just interesting. Yeah, Donald Trump get on stage 2-3 weeks ago for 4th of July, and he's talking about the Washington, or not the Washington Monument, whatever they got there in South Dakota. He got Washington's big face, and he's like, that man, he was a full-fledged giant in his days. Like, what is that supposed to mean? In a real world, what kind of person would just say that?
One reading from a good script.
Right, dude. Like, he's not even good at reading his script, dude. Whoever writes his script sucks, because
I think he's actually really good, because I think it's almost like a pro wrestler where they give him bullet points and then they just like, okay, just make sure you say these things, but in between fill in, you know what I'm saying? Like on like a promo.
Yeah.
Because he goes out there and like he sticks to his bullet points, but then he makes sure he takes these little jabs and stuff. It's like he's a fucking professional wrestler. He's just cutting a promo. That's all he's doing.
Nah, you ain't lying. What'd you send me here? It's not loading for some reason.
That's the monument they got toppled by a hurricane. And the best part about it, on the comment section of that Daily Mail thing, it's people are saying, "Huh, God knows best. God has spoken." Oh, now God has spoken. When it's about toppling Confederate flags and Confederate things that don't mean dick in the grand scheme of things.
Nice. Just 2 weeks after. Nice. On August 13th. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. And 4, blah blah.
Yeah. So this is the thing here. See how it looks like from here, it doesn't look like it could be depicted as like an angel, but like the other picture that had it from like the ground level, it almost looks like an angelic kind of person. See, these are the pillars that he was on.
What the hell?
It even has 2 balls on the side and to get the penis.
What?
The South Defenders. The Souths. What the hell? What is that logo? The S.
That's a snake, dude. It's gotta be. I don't know.
That's fucking weird.
The pillars over here.
Mm-hmm. It's there. That's the courthouse.
Of course. Of course. Why would I think different,
See how it almost looks like angelic, like almost. I don't what the hell is he holding? I don't even know what the hell he's holding.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe the flag on his back, but
I guess. I don't but that's where he was, I guess, beforehand, before this miraculous. Yes, I think it's saying 1950 or
1861.
1861.
Well, that's a clear I. I don't know about you. I got I-861. That's nice.
And that's where I get confused because it's dedicated in 1915.
Oh, interesting.
I'm like, what? I mean, are they putting the years for the war? I don't, dude. Was there a war?
What the hell? Jesus.
What
that's
up, my flat earth white boy? And these are the other fucking things that have been removed and whatnot.
nice.
You see, people see like this is the facade that I don't understand why people don't understand and why they're not getting it. And this is what gets me so fucking pissed off. And while my blood's been boiling for the last couple of days, it's because it's like it's so easy to see, like when you're awake and you can step back and go, "Hold up, what the hell?" But like to see people that are so in it and to still not get it, like they are building these statues years in advance so they could be used as a pawn.
Absolutely.
These statues weren't a problem 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
4 months ago.
Where the fuck was the problem then? What was the problem 20 years ago, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago? They weren't a problem. But now in this agenda where they need to push, it's almost like a bad movie. You know how bad movies use like anything but the story to push the narrative to keep going? You know, like there'd be a movie and then like, oh, the guy needs a briefcase and the guy gets a briefcase. He's like, oh, and then like a bike messenger hits him and then the briefcase goes flying. The bad guy catches it and goes, ha ha ha, and he runs away again. And he's got to spend another 30 minutes. That's what this is. They got to progress the story, but they don't know how to get there. So then they got to throw these little things like, oh, Confederate statues, they're evil, and people freak out about them. And then you got all these other stories now. Every fucking day, there's something new. You got that guy who got killed in Wisconsin. Another, probably, I mean, I'm not saying every single shooting is, scripted and all that stuff, but I mean, they use it. They don't let it go to waste. Now you got LeBron James talking about how every cop wakes up maybe in the mood to shoot a black guy. It's like, and people are just falling for it. And I told you before we went live, a guy killed himself. And BLM showed up and said, yeah, he was killed by the fucking the police. And they riot and loot it. And then a video comes out today. Oh no, he shot himself. Hello?
That's crazy.
What are we talking about? The fuck is this?
No, just keep talking. It's just a good little background for people to look at.
But it's like, and this is such a apropos thing to put up now, because they've been using this over and over and over and over and over again. It's the same story.
It's exactly
the same fucking story.
It's exactly why I put this up, because same concept, different. Well, same bird, same concept, different year, I guess. But what you're saying is it's 100%, bro. It's crazy how they just pulled this 4 months ago. It was less than that, probably like 2 months ago when they burnt down, Minneapolis and whatnot. And it was right when COVID was taking a nosedive south. So they had to spice it up some more. And we kind of witnessed the same thing happen. At least over here where I am, it was like, a major decline in cases here, decline there, start opening up a little, and all reliable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Boys in the basket. And of course, like probably last show, the day before all this took off, bro, what was I talking about? I was talking about all of those quarries in Wisconsin that got bought out by the military not long ago, and they've been storing troop carriers. They've been storing MRAPs, tanks, you name it, dude. Like they're medics, they're not a lot, but because they're not going to be healing us, that. And it's just nuts, dude, how people don't see that. So when you hear stories like this and then there's rioting and the National Guard has to get called in, it's like, bro, they were expecting civil unrest 6-7 months ago when this first took off. So they put them there then. Like the quarry pictures are months old, bro. It's crazy. And now the National Guard's magically in town overnight. That's not that's not a natural event, Maybe the cop actually shot him. Things are let happen to let the agenda roll out. There are some real events and there's some just straight false flags. You know what I'm saying? But either way, whatever fuels the fire, because you won't hear about the black officer that shot a white kid, because that gives no fuel to the fire. You know, that helps people disprove their fuel. You know, it's just crazy how people don't see that. It's so nuts. So nuts. But like we have on the screen here, you got America, Nazi Germany, Rome, Egypt. You know, you see any similarities, people?
Bro, America and Egypt looks like you and your friend in school who said, "Here's the answers. Just change some of the words up so it doesn't look like we copied each other."
Right. Yeah, I'd do that and still get like a 65. I'm like, yo, this is the smartest kid I'm copying off of. What the hell's wrong with me? But that's a side note. This is just nuts, dude. Like nuts. And we've learned that when there's a eagle, a quote unquote eagle, you know, with little things in his hands on a seal, it's actually a representation of a phoenix, not an eagle. And I don't know if it was you that told me that every time they play that heroic eagle squawk, it's actually a hawk.
Yeah, it's a like that sound effect of the eagle screeching, whatever that everyone knows. It's a falcon. It's not an actual eagles sound very different. I know because here in Northeast Philly, we have a little like sanctuary for bald eagles. Every now and again, I'll see them flying around. Huge fucking things, man. Huge birds. Holy shit. But I hear them and I'm like, what the hell is that? It's actually a falcon they use for the screech. So congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles who don't know what sound the bird makes.
Isn't that nice?
Fucking idiots. They don't give a shit.
No. Like, these people don't give a shit either. The economists, you know, they're just clearly showing that a digital currency will be emerging from the ashes, and you have the phoenix. And what do we have here?
Legitly look at the America's eagle. Look at how his wings are detailed, and look at this phoenix. It's the exact same detail on the wings, dude. I mean, it's the exact same detail on all the wings, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's... Come on. Phoenix. This is a fucking phoenix, dude. Yeah.
And what year did Bitcoin basically take off? Around 2018.
In this group of pictures you have, there's one above it from the 2012 Olympics.
Nice, dude. Nice.
And it was the closing ceremony.
That's nice. Well, real quick, they got the number 10 on here, and you know why they have 10 on there?
Tell me.
Say it.
Say 10.
Haha. Joke's on you. Exactly. Exactly. That's why they have little nifty things like that, you know, like 10 could be, I don't know, some crazy fucking gematria number for all I know, but that's like the most easiest way to show someone that that's representative of something, you know, probably not interested in your favor by any means, but that's just nuts, bro. Because this is the same one where they had the giant Voldemort looking thing, and they had the dancing nurses, babies in a carriage, and all that virus. And the arena itself looked like a virus. It's nuts. Here, let me end this for a second. I'm getting a little feedback. Is it on your end or is it my end?
I don't know. I don't hear anything. I'll turn down my headset a little bit. Maybe you were hearing yourself through my headsets. Because my headset's loud as shit. While you figure yourself out over there, mute man. No, that's all good. So on Twitter, in case people still give a shit about sports, as you know, the NHL is the whitest sport, meaning mostly white people play. They are now considering, because they now have this new like minority group that kind of helps them with like civil things. And that's why they're not playing tonight, because they're supposed to play tonight, but they're not because of the shooting. They're suggesting all black warm-up jerseys and changing the blue line to a black line.
Nice. Nice. That's not symbolic in any way, shape, or form.
Like, come on, dude. What are we doing out here?
Just anything to get a rise out of those people who are extreme conservatives. You know what I'm saying?
No, on both sides. Because what's going to happen is the extreme conservatives are going to be like, hell no, not in my sport. It's and then the extreme leftists are going to be like, that's because you racist. You don't like whatever.
Exactly. Well, it's a double. Exactly. I was focusing more on that conservative backlash, and then once they, the word gets out, it's because of this, you're that, blah blah blah. Everyone equal, like, yo, like, chill out, everyone. How about everyone just sits back, relax, has a doob, little glass of wine, just something moderate, and let's just have a discussion without freaking the, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I'll bring up little things at work, but I'll bring up things in a manner where you can't respond to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, well, I read this in the unnews.com or whatever it's called, and they're like, oh, well, that's an official thing. And then I'll tell them the headline. They're like, oh, that's probably not good. I'm like, it's probably not, huh? Probably not. It's ridiculous. And let's not forget, everyone, mosquito week just ended, apparently. And we just had 2 hurricanes go. One went all the way through America already, brought probably half of those 750 million right up here, right up to Pennsylvania, right up to Massachusetts, Connecticut, the woods where it gets sticky all the time. It's nice. It's nice. So I could only imagine what's going to happen next, and it's crazy. And then at the same time, well, this is all happening now. And this is just one media source from up here. Every single media source yesterday, or 2 days ago, I'm sorry, released something to this extent. Minus, well, this is just stating it's from the Farmer's Almanac, but everyone else is freaking out. It's going to be a cold, heavy, snowy winter. And what have we been talking about? If they're going to make a move, it's going to be when there's 6 hours of daylight. It's going to be a hard winter. It's going to be a hard winter, No coincidence. 20 to 2021, that's your transition period. Yep. We're in ritual mode now, but at one point it'll be full blown next step. Sooner than later, Nice, And like, people be like, "Oh, you're just fear monger. You're showing the news." It's like, bro, I'm not saying that it's going to be a heavy winter because of snow. I'm thinking it's going to be because of people dressed up in snow tactical gear. You know what I'm saying? Or they could just manifest an incredible snowstorm that looks like a hurricane like they did in 2011 that knocked power out of here for a week or two? That was, I don't know if you guys got hit by that the October, the Halloween snowstorm. Mm-hmm. They had to cancel Halloween. Dude, it was bad up here. Luckily, I had some friends who were entitled, but I don't hang around with those people anymore. But, went to their place, generator, shower. We were good to go, but we just left the house. I had to throw everything out when we got back. It was terrible.
Bro. Yeah. And that see, the one thing I don't like is when people say, like in the truth community, oh, don't show the news. Well, how the fuck else am I supposed to know what they're planning next? They tell you what they're doing because the people who are asleep don't see it. So they can literally say tomorrow in a headline, the new world order is here when we're ready. We're coming for your kids. And people won't even say they'll be too busy protesting something that doesn't even matter. That's already contrived and scripted as an event. But yeah, we'll be screaming, "Oh, look." And no one will listen.
Exactly.
And then our own community turns and, oh, don't show that stuff. That's fear monger. Okay, so what am I supposed to do then? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, help me understand what I'm supposed to do when we try to bring you like fucking evidence and real life fucking things.
Right. I'm just bringing these people up to power. I just read that comment. Up to par on what they should be aware about. Like, granted, I make some posts here and there, but I'm not throwing the kitchen sink at you. It's mostly like military-related fucking movement or conspiracies, if you want to call them. DOD-backed projects like Inovio and 5G, and Nice. We hit 56 views. Maybe when I hit 5G. That's nice.
And it's just like, so right now we are in full overtime mode of trying to get the police out of the way so we can make way for a more militarized thing. Because I think Seattle, was it Seattle, the first city to like defund their police?
Yeah.
So it's going to happen throughout the country.
Well, Bill Gates was in Seattle, but keep going.
Mm-hmm. And so big cities across the world, or the country really, will start defunding their police. And what will happen is crime will rise because fucking duh. And when crime rises, they're going to then look, because at this point, it looks like I think they might do a switcheroo at president and put Biden in.
Yeah. You getting that vibe too? Yeah.
I'm just getting like a double heel turn happening at the election. I don't know what it is, but I think if the police thing is, I think it's what it is, because the way Trump's been over the last 4 years and his scripts that he's been very like fuck off to the cries of the media. If you have a Democratic president, the cries of the media won't go on quote deaf ears. So like when all the police get defunded, because remember Biden said that's one of the first things he'll do is defund police.
Nice.
So you defund police, crime rises, and now it's like, oh no, we need help. We can't bring back the police. So here comes the military.
Right. Uncle Sam.
Right. And one of the things I just read as an article is that a former FBI agent is saying that white supremacists and neo-Nazis have infiltrated police forces.
Nice.
So this is just another step of people completely losing all faith in police and things like that. So then, especially white police officers. So now when people lose all respect and all faith in those white police officers in these cities that, maybe they're majority black or whatever, that's when the real hate is going to happen. It's going to turn real quick. You're going to, not saying tomorrow, soon, maybe towards the election, you might start seeing white cops being attacked out of nowhere.
I was going to say they're going to start taking back that eye for an eye mentality sooner or later. But to get back on what you were saying, how you think it's going to flip, and a great way to segue into a flip would be sympathizing a pedophile. And what are they doing right now, Bobby? You want to bring people up to speed on what you told?
Yeah. Here you go.
Before? Yeah, bring it up.
Here you go. Check this. We'll do this, dude. Here, we'll do this.
Between the messages, should I be getting something cued?
Yeah, hold on.
Like barbecued? No.
Come on, why is it taking so long now? Come on.
Facebook's been jippy today, dude. I don't know what's up with that.
Trump is a bad actor. Yeah, they're all bad actors. It's fucking ridiculous.
Like, I do a better job fucking reading off a script.
All federal governments are actors. I mean, like, an actor. I mean, you can call them actors, whatever they call. I just call them puppets. They're going along because their strings are being pulled that way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's different avenues that they're going in. Is it any coincidence that there's a new Batman coming out too next year? And what happens in that movie? Well, in Batman lore, the police don't like him. The police are corrupt. Anyway. Yeah, so I actually watched the stream last night when this all broke out. I was like, whoa. So this kid, 17 years old, he had an AR-15, which is just a semi-automatic rifle that shoots one bullet per trigger pull, like any other fucking gun in America, but they won't believe he has like a fully automated fucking gun for whatever reason.
How do you spell
Ian
Rittenhouse?
Rittenhouse,
okay.
Yeah. Who's 72?
I was about to say, get your old 72.
So he had his gun there. He was trying to protect businesses from being looted and burned, and then he was attacked by a couple people. So he used his rifle. He shot the one in the head. He killed him. He ran away to get away from the mob. He tried to call the police on himself, and then they chased him down. They pushed him down. The one guy tried to jump on his head with a skateboard, so he shot him and killed him. And another guy came at him with a pistol drawn, and he shot him, but only hit his arm. Now, if you go back up to the picture of the main picture, because this is very important. I want everyone to see the connection. They don't have the picture up. Anyway, so the first victim, and they call him a victim, he was 36 years old and a convicted pedophile. He raped a minor. It doesn't say, it won't say it here. I can bring it up though. I can send you the other stuff.
Okay.
But he is a convicted pedophile. He's 36 years old. Yeah, Joseph Rosenbaum.
Nice.
Wow. A convicted. He's a pedophile. He had sexually abused a minor. But 64. But they are trying. They called him a victim of the shooting. Now, again, they want you to. The thing they want you to identify the sheep out there: white man with a gun killing protesters, BLM protesters. That's all they want you to see. They don't want you to see anything else. They show the areas where they shot him at. What's that?
Another thing is, like, if they're treating them like that, they're trying to help everyone understand that pedophiles are still human beings and they have to be tried and respected and treated the same way. But not in my eyes. If you're a pedophile, you're broken. You deserve to get put down.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But it's so funny because these people are probably the same people that, again, see, the two men who were killed, what's that fucking picture say? Sympathizing with these fucks at the bottom there you just had?
I don't know. It won't let me go that way. There we go.
There we go. The two men who were killed were Joseph Rosenbaum, 36, of Kenosha, and Anthony Huber, 26, of Silver Lake, about 15 miles west of the city. The wounded person, whatever the fuck that name is, of West Ailey's, about 30 miles northwest of Kenosha, was expected to survive, police said. They don't even mention that, one, they started the fight. The one that the 36-year-old threw something at the kid, so he shot him, and then the other guys pushed him to the ground and try to stomp his head out with a fucking skateboard. They only want you to see a man with an AR-15 shot people and killed them at a BLM protest. That's all they care about. And how I know that's all they care about? Disturbing new footage shows gunman 17 charged with murder of two BLM protesters in Kenosha, shooting dead his first victim with an AR-15. That's all they care about. These are trigger words. People are brainwashed to this fucking extent to where they see gunman, BLM, AR-15, and automatically this kid is a fucking he's a fucking criminal.
That's ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the dude who came at him, the guy who got shot in the arm, his arm got fucking mangled, by the way. He came at him with a pistol drawn. And this whole thing started because there was someone shot a gun into the air. So the kid with the gun grabbed it, was like, okay, what's going down? I'm ready. And then they start coming at him. The guy threw the bag at him. I don't know if it exploded or had something in it that had like bottles. I don't know. The first report was a Molotov cocktail, but whatever. So then he defended himself. He then ran away to get away from the mob, tried to call police on himself. I just killed this dude. They chased him down, pushed him down. They tried to stop his head out with a skateboard. He turned around, fired more shots at the other guy, killed him. And then the third guy came at him with the pistol drawn, walked at him. And then the kid waited until he was in that 7-yard mark. Or that 7 feet, where they talk about how like 7 feet is like, that's like the kill zone of where like, if someone has a knife at 7 feet of you, they can get you so quick and kill you before you even react. He even waited till he was in that zone to shoot him, and he shot him in the arm.
Jeez.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like he shot him in the head. He shot him only in the arm. Like, hey, back the fuck up. Like, but then the kid still called the cops.
That's nuts. And they probably didn't come for a while, I assume.
They were there pretty quick.
Oh, were they? Were they? I thought they would probably just let that roll out so the news would get some more live footage, some good stuff.
But here's where I look at this sideways and think maybe something's up. Because when the cops came and they were responding to a shooting, they drove right by the kid with the AR-15 with his hands up. And now people are using that saying, oh, but if he was black, they would have shot him dead. That's where I look at it sideways and go, because watching it from the stream perspective, it just looked like somebody, they just showed up. But watching from the mainstream narrative perspective, it
Mm.
gets real iffy. You know what I mean?
No, of course. Like I said, they let things happen to let their agenda roll out. And once they hear about it, they act accordingly to make it look like either he was in or B, he was in, So if it both the narratives for a false flag, little do they know they're giving us fuel for the fire. But I think they do know, and they also have a feeling that no one's going to listen to Bobby Stevens and Steve JMO and all the great people in the chat because we're lunatics or something,
Yeah,
It's
we're
great.
definitely crazy for sure.
Out of my mind, dude. Here, check this out. I'm out of my mind, but this guy can say shit like this. Check this out. That's nice. Isn't that nice? There you go. That's your boy.
Yeah, I told you. My stepbrother sent me the clip of what is it? Toe Rogan.
Oh.
Because I told you it was a 3-minute clip. He's like, oh, this is so great. So I watched it because it had it said something about Blockbuster. I was like, oh, okay. I clicked on it, and they were talking about Twitter and how fucking pathetic Twitter is, and how there's all this hate, and people are on there just a cesspool. And I was like, I agree, including y'all. Anyway, and then that they were saying Twitter's going to be like Blockbuster, where we're going to sit back one day and say, remember when we used to talk on Twitter? And then Joe said, yeah, it's going to be a fucking like Blockbuster, because in the future we're going to talk to each other with Elon Musk's Neuralink.
Wow.
He says that in the clip.
Wow.
And that was just like last week.
Check this out, bro. The procedure to implant a chip will eventually be similar in its speed and efficiency to LASIK eye surgery, according to Musk, and will be performed by the robot. The robot will be the robot and the working brain chip will be unveiled during a live webcast tomorrow. Nice.
When was this put out?
2 days ago, Tuesday. Nice.
So Tuesday night?
Yeah.
Is when they did it?
Well, no, they're gonna do it on Friday.
Oh, Friday. I thought you said Tuesday. Okay. It was
Yeah, he
tweeted
said
on
it,
Tuesday.
dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow.
Yep, and he also
Tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Friday's demonstration would show neurons firing in real time, the Matrix in the Matrix. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't like this.
I'm gonna have to watch it now.
What is this? Astronomers warn Elon Musk's discoveries could limit, or satellites
Yeah.
could limit discoveries. Nice. Look at this. The device has already been tested on animals, and human trials were originally planned for 2020, though it's not clear whether they've started. Yeah, it's clear. It's clear.
Hello? What do you mean it's not clear?
Oh, these people, it's foggy. What the fuck is wrong with these people? That's nice. That's a good looking fucking picture to look at. He said the chip could extend your range of hearing beyond normal frequencies, Lucifer, and amplitudes. Nice. That's not
a good fucking, that's not something you should fuck with.
Oh, dude, none of this shit is. He claims that humans risk being overtaken by AI in the next 5 years, and that AI could eventually view us in the same way we view our house pets. But here's a brain chip for your head so you could hear music 10 miles away. Nice. Here goes your privacy out the window, people. Look at this, dude. I don't love the idea of being a house cat, but what's the solution? He said in 2016, just months before he founded Neuralink, just months before. Oh, this is probably his solution in his mind, but in reality, that'll be slaving him into the system. But he's well aware of that. I think one of the solutions that seems maybe the best to add an AI layer. So to beat the AI, you got to add more AI. That's nice. And that's it. That's nice.
Dude's a fucking clown.
We'll give that a star so we can get back to that later.
He's a fucking clown.
Here, let's go back to some more clown work. Neuralink, same product, same thing, same product, right? We're talking about the same thing here. Yep. Awesome. How long do you want to live, Bobby? Well, it's the same thing that says if you make it to the year 2050, you're probably not going to die. Nice.
Yes, so stay inside, please.
Nice, dude. Like, how nuts is this, bro? Neuralink talking about you're gonna live forever. Neuralink, you got supersonic hearing. Like, nice. Like, that's incredible. That's literally almost like incredible. You can't give that credit because it's so goddamn crazy. That's nuts.
I wonder what's happening. The 6 people are now dead because of that hurricane.
Nice.
It was 5 last time I looked.
Now we're at 6.
Never at 6. And it also blew up a chlorine plant.
Of course. So nice. There's your virus. Everyone's gonna have asthma in the next fucking town over. That's nice.
Yeah, it's going to be hitting. I mean, by the time it gets over here, hopefully it won't be that bad. But it's going through Arkansas now. It's going to bend through Kentucky, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Atlantic City, maybe a little bit of Pennsylvania, but then go back out to sea, get more powerful and hit Nova Scotia, Halifax.
Nice. So I don't know if you see what I got here on the screen, but we got private equity wants to own your DNA. Nice.
No,
Thank you, right? No, thank you. Just very interesting news articles. You think that I made these up, but no, that was CBS News, people. CBS News, the all-seeing eye. Like, you got to be crazy to. I don't know, dude. You just got to be crazy to like look at this one. Like I said before, if we could stop this, that'd be nice. Why scientists stored the Wizard of Oz in DNA. Like, what does that even mean, bro? They developed an algorithm that overcomes insertion, deletion, and substitution errors all at once, making DNA-based digital data storage far more efficient. Nice.
huh? What are you even talking about?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Seriously, like, what are they talking about? They're talking as if that's this is everyday knowledge. Like, oh yeah, I remember the Wizard of Oz in the DNA. Yeah.
We must have missed that news story. Like we missed this one here. Remember? From 211 days ago still somehow. That's nice. So the days don't change, but they're still at 211. So that's nice. So coronavirus vaccine to be deployed from digital DNA sequence. Uh-oh.
So basically what they're saying is they're going to make a vaccine from fake DNA strands that they pump up into a computer. And people are going, oh, that's great. Are you fucking retarded?
Yeah. And
they can't make vaccines with chemicals. Now they're going to make vaccines from artificial digital DNA. Hello?
Yep. And the DOD article was from what? The Israel Times was from last month. This is from 211 days ago. Inovio was popping off back then too. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that, people. Just nice, dude. Yeah.
I'm so fucking caught up. Like, me and Ashley G over here are caught up on fucking Wizard of Oz and the DNA. Like, what are you talking about? What are you fucking like? Hello?
I don't know.
What are we doing? What are we talking about? It just makes the way they said it. It's just like, what? Okay. July 25th, 2020.
Yep, not that long ago. We got. Why won't this go down? Information. Yeah. All right, here we go.
DNA can store far more data than a magnetic hard drive, but the technology is limited because the genetic material is prone to errors.
Nice. Here's another stab at the creator.
What does that mean? Scientists at University of Texas at Austin have come up with a way to store information in strands of DNA while also correcting those errors. Oh, so we're flawed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Okay.
we're pieces of dust and
To
crap.
prove it, they've put the entirety of the Wizard of Oz translated into Esperanto into
Sure.
strands of DNA with greater accuracy than prior methods. Are they saying like they stored the movie in digital DNA? Or is that the Wizard of Oz? Like, is that a wink and a nudge at something else? I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But when they says here they put the entirety of the Wizard of Oz translate into strands of DNA, I'm thinking they're saying they put the fucking movie into strands of DNA.
But I'm
That's all
thinking,
I'm saying.
and it somehow came out more perfectly put together than a strand of human DNA. That's what I'm reading. Or B, they've just like completely deconstructed the whole movie on a molecular basis, and that's how they're changing them. Could be a wink at the man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see. How bad has the Wizard of Oz changed? The Scarecrow has a 6-shot revolver.
Yeah, bro.
The Tin Man has a mallet and a wrench.
Now the bitch says fly, fly, fly. Instead of fly, my pretties, fly.
Who cares what they tell us? It's all lies. Yeah, I know it's all lies, but it's just a fact that they said it like that, and no one fucking even was like, "What?" They were just like, "Oh, sick." Like,
So, look at
what
this.
do you mean?
Look at this. They're somehow meshing the Wizard of Oz DNA in space altogether. Nice.
First off, when the Voyager spacecraft launched in 1977, ready to study the outer limits of our solar system, they brought with them 2 golden phonograph records that each contained. Okay, that's great.
Right. What?
When the fuck did we ever study the outer limits of our solar system? So you tell me we can study the outer limits of our solar system, but we can't go to Mars?
I haven't been to the moon since what? 72, 69? Who knows?
Who fucking knows? But you know what I'm saying? They literally said the outer limits of this, not outer limits of like the moon, the outer limits of the solar system, but yet we can't go back to the moon? What the fuck are they talking about? Hold on, what's this right here? Sounds and images meant to present life on Earth, but in the future, the perfect next-gen space capsule could be found within our bodies. Fuck off.
Wow, now that's what I'm talking about right there. Those are those middle fingers up upstairs, you know? Wow, because it's a lie within a lie that captures your soul. Nice. Nice.
So it says,
and we have a JEW involved. But I digress. I'll digress. You're on it.
That's because DNA is millions of times more efficient at storing data than your laptop's magnetic hard drive.
Nice.
DNA can store data for far more densely than silicone.
So why are all the AIs made of silicone? Nice.
You could squeeze all the data in the world just inside a few grams of it. What?
Sounds eerily familiar to what the transhumanists are trying to do. But this is just a Yahoo News website. You know what I'm saying? This is just like sit down, have your coffee. You got Wizard of Oz. I'm going to space, DNA. It's all good. I'm going to Texas, talk to Finkelstein.
Small hat, Steve. Say small hat. If you want to say if you don't have to spell out the 3-letter word, you can just say small hat. If you
yeah.
Let red flag Rico over here dropping the knowledge.
People who claim they are, but they're not. That's the funny thing. We don't even have to call them that because technically they're not. You know?
Well, not these ones for sure. But so this, let's see. Because DNA has been chosen by all of life as the information storage medium of choice, it turns out to be very robust. What?
The last quote got me right here.
But the long after our magnetic storage becomes obsolete, nature will still be using DNA.
Obsolete. We've heard that word a lot lately.
Yeah.
Obsolete rules, obsolete this, Donald Trump. We've had some obsolete executive or whatever. We're going to make some new ones, keep America great because it's good right now, baby. It's looking good.
First off, let's fucking. Since when has people said, maybe we can store things inside DNA? When did that become a thing?
Apparently, since like the Wizard of Oz, dude. I don't know.
So, it's apparently the 70s and 80s.
From the Yellow Brick Road towards the future of data storage. Nice. I'm not even going to read the rest of it.
Yeah, so basically, which they tested out on the classic film. Yeah, so they're talking about the actual movie. So all they're saying is that humans are obsolete, flawed fucking beings. Basically saying if we were created, it wasn't good enough. We can make it better. Yeah, okay.
You like this stuff, Bobby?
Asgardia.
Real website.
Well, why not just make it Asgardian?
Bro. Like, bro. Like, what? I make things up and put it on the internet, but yeah, these people can do this shit. No problem.
It's called Asgardia, but they're going to call the people Asgardians. Why not just make it Asgard?
Oh, boy.
What the Hey, that looks like the same crown Kobe had.
Wow. I got Unity, 1, something, 1.
Humanity?
Humanity, possibly. That's nice. I'm sorry I'm all over the place on it, but look at this.
Welcome to Asgard, y'all. Become a mayor.
Become a resident. What?
Welcome to Asgard. Can I be Thor?
What is this, bro?
Science, democracy, governance, news, Asgardia, satellite, Asgardia 1. Wait, these people have a fucking satellite too?
I mean, with a logo like this, they might have a lot more. They have the metaphorical wreath crown, and they actually have a real crown on top. Nice.
Go back up. Okay. You're gonna laugh.
I'm laughing.
You're gonna laugh. The meteors come in beauty.
Nice.
Do you see the colors of them? What also had those colors? I don't know. How about a movie that had an Asgardian in it, like Thor and the Marvel movies, because that's the same colors as the Infinity Stones. Same exact colors as the Infinity Stones.
So check this out. Now that you got me on the stones right now, so
That's so fucking stupid.
Those shits might actually be real, dude. Like not in whatever, but like apparently like the head had like fallen angels back in the day. They had some jewelry allegedly that came from the heavens, like they had like shit on them, and they used that to, I don't know, bro, maybe make the pyramids, or I don't know, bro, you know what I'm saying? But apparently they get these ideas of Infinity Stones from a much more real source, which is just crazy to me, bro. Like what? And you have that. I looked at that. I saw like Power Rangers or something, but still, that's second level shit right there.
Let's see. How close am I? Actually, I think I'm fucking dead on.
What are you at?
I sent you a picture.
Oh, okay. What?
These are the Infinity Stones. Blue, yellow, red, purple, green, orange.
Where were we? Oh, here we are.
I mean, yeah. Pretty much.
Pretty much, dude. Pretty much. Nice. I just don't get it.
Space Stone, Mind Stone, Reality Stone. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Just come to beauty off that. Look at this. These people are serious, bro. Like, what is this little, like, I don't know. More than what?
Parliamentarians from 42 countries are Asgardians? What
dude.
the fuck are we talking about? Oh, like the crystals in the Moana and Atlantis kids movies. Yes, actually.
Yeah, dude, I'm literally.
scroll back up. Just scroll back up a little bit.
Hold on, let me pause this beautiful
Yeah,
little.
yeah. Paul's just fucking trash. Ashley, does that look familiar right there? What if Earth was one living organism? That's what the from Moana, the fucking sleeping island that came to life when she was all pissed off. She looked just like that, really mad.
Wow.
And now we got, and then when everything got put back together, she got happy again and went back and laid back down, and she became the mountains again.
That's crazy.
No, go back to the video.
That's crazy. We didn't even catch much of it actually. So let's.
Hey, R2D2.
Oh, don't piss me off. What was that about? I'm not even.
1 million Asgardians from 200 countries on Earth. A common goal, making the birth of the first child in space a reality.
I'm telling you, bro. These people are.
One humanity, one unity.
Exactly. But like I'm saying, the past is going to be the future. Where have we heard Asgard before? In, quote unquote myths and legends. Atlantis? Nah, bro. They're trying to bring that bitch back. Look at the fucking buildings they're in front of.
Wait, that's the headquarters?
They're at home, bro. They're literally at home. You know what I'm saying?
The headquarters was the Vatican?
I don't know. I hope not, dude.
Oh,
Vienna.
Ooh.
Difference, dude.
And what is the fucking difference? Keep going.
Real quick, like
they have a constitution.
This is probably where Asgardians, what I'm talking about, the myth, the faked up, whatever. This is probably where they were hanging out back in the day. They're back home. It's a home game for them. They're good.
Fucking Thor, baby. Come on, Thor.
They're back on it. We're gonna see lightning really soon, like intense shit, like they're seeing out west.
Look, there's the Constitution.
Wow.
That he's swearing over.
Wow.
What the fuck is this?
A medallion. That's nice. Look at this guy.
Oh, he's an Asgardian.
Wow. You ever want to jump out of a window?
Launch of Asgardia 1 satellite with national symbols.
And symbols.
Wallops Flight Facility. Why are they why do they have this? They don't, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Why is it? This guy is hyped, dude.
Oh, I create a new digital economy.
Nice.
Developing financial and judicial systems with blockchain, blah, 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 blah.
Great. I like blockchain, Yeah. Seems real stable. That's sarcasm for the people who are
really?
Moleg's fucking blockchain.
I know, Courtney. It literally said wallops.
Look at this guy.
Asgardian economic vision.
There it is. Wow. Yep, that's real.
That looks more real than what NASA shows me.
Why is there a noose in the background? Anyone else seeing these, or that's
that's how you pull down the shades.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's humanity.
That's nice. Oh, let's go back a second, because I'm stuck on what is this a vision for? Flat, plain, doesn't matter. They want that as your outline, people. What is that supposed to mean? Digital.
Jen says digital economy to go with your new digital DNA and your digital space realm, because obviously that's what it is.
Literally.
Asgardia space. The space nation. Happy Unity Day. The year 4, I guess. Day 4.
Dude, I'm fucking bugged out right now.
So is that logo supposed to be like the flower of life kind of thing? What are we doing here with this?
That's what I'm feeling, bro. But they're putting it on a seal. They're trying to read, and they got a nice hexagon.
I'm pretty sure you can get the fucking probably a pentagram in there too.
Of course. Just look at the logo. What? Nice.
6 digital sittings. Okay.
So they were getting ready for
Constitution of Asgardia, 45 decrees, 4 acts put forward and adopted. By fucking who?
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, we already saw Humpty Dumpty talk. Let's see this guy.
Artificial gravity. What?
Wow. Nice.
Discord.
Nice. It's a layer of discord underneath the earth for people who don't know, but keep using the app. Do your thing.
Opening a volunteer center. Welcome to Asgardia. Why
Looks
can't
looks awkwardly like Earth. Oh man, looks awkwardly like what they would depict Earth, but I guess this is just yeah. We've never been told history. I wonder why, I wonder why. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Bro.
Oh man.
What the fuck is happening, dude? I've never heard of the Asgardia thing.
I haven't until like 2 days ago, and I heard it on a live stream from 4 years ago. Imagine that. Gary Wayne. I don't know if you guys know who Gary Wayne is, but get on that guy. You want to talk about Genesis, you want to talk about Nephilim, Bloodlines, you name it. This guy, he had the works. I haven't listened to any of his recent stuff, but I guess this chick I just started listening to, Aaron Moffat, I guess they link up. So I'm going to start, dropping on their chat room when I get a second, because she's got it all mapped out. Digital DNA. He's got it all mapped out. Days of Noah. So they complement each other very well, I'd assume. I haven't caught them yet, but I assume it's a great listen. So I'm, get your free plug here on the Steve JMO show.
But so update on the storms in case everyone's worried about it, because I know that is actually a real threat, because I mean it's man-made, but it's a real threat because it's so fucking bad. Apparently they're now saying 100 million people will be affected by these storms.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a third of the United States population, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, yeah, the population's what, 327? Something like that, 330?
That's crazy.
How'd you find that? Find what? The Asgardia thing? Is that what Courtney's talking about?
I don't know. It's just strange.
Let's talk about something else that's strange. TikTok.
Tick, tick, tock. Oh, for anyone who doesn't
Bobby,
know,
where are you located? I got to answer these questions. These are really good questions here. I'm located in Philadelphia.
Philly, if you can't tell.
Philly.
Oh shit. Bobby's located at blah blah. No. Give the address out. Wouldn't do that to the Bob. The B.O.B.
Yeah, the so how did you find the Asgardia thing? Like where did that pop up at? For you.
You're asking me specifically. It was Gary Wayne, Richie from Boston, about 3 years ago on a live stream.
Okay.
I don't know. I may have shared it this morning. I don't know. I share a lot of things.
Well, people just asking like where you found it at. That's all.
Yeah, like apparently it was old news.
There's a delay with the chat. Yeah, there's a 5-second delay.
Yeah, it could be 10 or 12. The more it fills up, the more there's a delay, So we have 76 live right now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, baby. So let's talk about TikTok.
So TikTok for all of the probably people like over 50 who don't know, TikTok is what? It's like a
it's an app made for pedophiles to watch young kids. Let's be real.
Yeah, okay, that's the blunt version of it. The version of it that that nowadays reality wants to pass off. It's a place where you can dance to videos and make your own ad lib, whatever.
It's that excuse for a new Vine.
Exactly. And I was cool with Vine back in the day.
So was I. Good stuff.
I digress. But so TikTok is what apparently it got exposed for being basically what you just said. Basically pedophiles watch that shit for kids and they send money and only whatever. They have all this other shit linked through that, and
also China. Yeah, don't forget China now.
Got exposed, or China exposed them. Something about privacy leaks and all your information. And let's say I used the TikTok ad on my phone and it was hacked through China. They could get access to my bank account or whatever. So,
hey, real quick, can I ask you a serious question?
I'm here.
So TikTok, right? China's going to use TikTok to spy on the fucking American people, right? If China was going to use an app to spy on America, wouldn't it have been Pokemon Go since it used Google Maps and it could save your location where you're at?
Exactly. Well, that was probably step one.
But
That
how
was
the
step
fuck
one.
did TikTok or how is TikTok their big ice up the sleeve? Like, oh, we're going to send this app to America and spy on them, but we have Pokemon Go. Can we use that? No, fuck that.
Well,
100 million people play it.
You know, people get. This is what they do. They'll single out one social media app. You know, just one. Forget about Facebook, Instagram. Forget about all the privacy leaks that are on Twitter and whatnot. Let's focus on TikTok. Get it out of here. TikTok is bad. That's exactly what they're doing, you know? So while everyone points the finger at TikTok, they still get away with their dirty work in the background. You know, they're all spying on us on all other levels. So let's just not let that go out the window. But the real interesting thing about TikTok is this morning, the CEO steps down, and you know who's in line to buy it, people? You have a pairing of Microsoft and Walmart. Microsoft, the same people who featured Abrima Abramovich, the Satanist, the spirit cooker, and Walmart, people who are, you know, not involved in any conspiracies, you know, Sam's Club, tunnels, FEMA camps, martial law, hexagons, whatever, you name it, you know, and they're pairing together to buy a company that's allegedly spying on kids. Come on. You gotta be smarter than that, people.
Who said it in the chat real quick? Someone said that the Asgardia has a national anthem.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They do. I just listened to it.
Yeah. Well, over here, yeah. Why would Microsoft and Walmart buy TikTok? I don't know. You gotta don't think, you know, you don't have to think too hard about it. It's just more of the same.
I mean,
But it doesn't go, so it falls in the right hands. Say they were up to no good. Say they were
Right.
going to get exposed. Well, now it's behind Microsoft and Walmart doors, and you got to probably wait 6 months, 6 years, or whatever for an appeal to even hear anything in a court with them. You know, and all the money you'd have to go through. People don't have time for that.
right. Someone said, "What about an app?" I think, and someone found a body. I think that was Pokemon Go, by the way, and they were just walking and playing. And they found a dead body. But see, I've had this theory for a couple years now because Walmart and Target, pretty much the same thing to me.
Yeah. One's the all-seeing eye, hidden in plain sight, because they had the dog with the polka dot, which was nice, and then you have the Walmart, who I don't know when, but just one day I went to Walmart and they had a brand new logo, you know, like 10 years ago. I was like, when did all this shit change? But whatever. The hexagon, but keep going.
Yeah. I remember Walmart just being like Walmart spelled in like blue and like a thing underneath of it, like a line.
That's it. And it had that little red outline.
Yeah, so whatever the case. But so when the whole Wayfair thing hit the internet,
Nice.
right? And I'm sitting there and someone said, what if all the missing children posters in Walmart and Target are actually advertisements for selling?
Say that again.
Fuck.
Say that again. I zoned out on a comment.
I said, when the Wayfair thing happened, people were saying, what if all the missing children's posters inside Walmart and Target were actually for advertising them, like to sell them?
I could see that.
Because then Walmart can be like, oh my God, if your kid's missing, give us their name, their height, their this, their that, and a picture, and we'll put them up on the wall. Millions of people go to Walmart every day. And now you got Walmart and Microsoft, well, Bill Gates, trying to buy TikTok.
You got me stumped for a second, Bobby. Let's go back to that little thing you were saying, because I could see it as like they're putting these missing things on the wall saying my kid went missing at Walmart or whatever. I think those could be like trophies, you know, like you get an A on your test and you put the page on your fridge. It could be something like that. It's like, look who.
I mean, you got to understand, like they do a lot of things like pedophiles. Like I always see, like I just saw something yesterday. One of my friends, who's a woman, she has 2 kids, went to Walmart, and she came out and on her car there was writing on her car.
What?
Yeah. I don't know if she said it was like numbers or like symbols, but someone had wrote on the back of her back windshield, like something. I forget. She like said like she was like she said something on Facebook, and I was hitting her up, and she was like, yeah, like I came in and I went in and came in, whatever, and there was like this a symbol on the back of my car. It wasn't there when I let like someone drew it like with like white marker or something.
Wow, that's
So-
sketchy.
That's one of the ways they do it. So like you have people who roam parking lots and shit like that, and they see a woman with kids and they'll mark them somehow. Like there was one, it was older a way of doing it because it's technology, but like so basically like an older man will come up and go, "Oh my god, your daughter's so cute. Hey, I just bought her this teddy bear. Can I please give it to her?" And they go, "Oh, of course." Old man, like, "Oh, of course you can. Thank you. You're so sweet." And that teddy bear was a mark. Hey, I want this one. And then the girl get kidnapped
Right.
and shit like that. So like they've been doing this for a long time in very sneaky ways of doing it. I just saw one on Facebook the other day. Someone posted, "Hey, beware!" Someone wrote on someone's car, one female, one boy, on the back of a car because someone watched them go in. And it's like, it was just a mom and just a kid. Okay, just so you know, there's no dad here. That kind of thing. So it's very, you gotta be very, very careful because they do shit very sneakily in plain sight. Because if you try to do things sneaky in plain sight, you're gonna get caught. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Nothing. But if you do it in broad daylight and you don't try to hide it, you don't get caught. People just don't see it. They don't connect the dots. So if I'm a big chain and I'm trying to do this dirty deed of like selling kids or kidnapping them into trafficking, why wouldn't I say, "Hey, bring me a picture of your kid. Give me the height, the weight, the color of the eyes, color of the hair, and the most recent picture you took, and I'll put it all on my store." I got millions of people that come in every day. Oh my god, and they get flooded with all these missing kids.
Right. And it's like, keep your eye out for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I see what you're saying now. That makes sense too. That makes a little bit more sense what I was saying, but that's crazy, dude.
I mean, I'm not saying it's true. I don't want Walmart trying to sue me. But it's just weird.
It's not undeserved speculation. Let's put it that way.
Especially now. Like, why would Walmart want to buy TikTok? Why would Microsoft want to buy TikTok? I don't get it. It makes no sense.
These people, they're inverted, they're upside down, they're backwards, they're crazy. I don't know, dude. Like I said, it could be a way just to put TikTok in a vault somewhere so that no one can ever get to it to see the actual stuff they were actually doing on there. Because it's just crazy, dude, how much protection these people have. It's nuts, dude. Like, you could be left, right, it doesn't matter. You get taken out at any time if you go against the plan, You gotta just trust the plan, I guess, to get along.
I guess someone said, Hurricane
Trust in the
Laura
plan.
said, and like baby monitors, they can probably see that too. So there were actually a lot of stories a couple of years ago. I don't know if you guys remember, but a lot of people were like, people hacking into baby monitors, talking to babies. Like,
Remember that? That was cheap, bro. That's
that
reality.
That was back when that was the big craze. Like, there's a camera in your refrigerator. There's a camera in your TV. There's a camera in your fucking stove. There's a camera in your fucking.
And it fell on deaf ears mostly because look at us now. There's cameras in our fucking toilet paper for all we know.
Yeah, there is, and it's just I saw a guy prowling once. And it's really fucking crazy, about that too, because like, what's it called? The TikTok thing, that is, because it's not like a YouTube, right, where it generates billions of dollars. I mean, it might generate something if sponsors want to throw money at it to have an average, like one of, say, a big creator on TikTok, if that's even fucking possible, was an influencer. Okay, Wendy's paid this man $50,000 to put their shit. Okay, I can see that, but it's not like it's getting billions of dollars a year, or maybe it is. But it's just it's not the fact. If Facebook was buying it or Twitter was buying it, I wouldn't be as fucking like weirded out by it. But the fact that it's Walmart and Microsoft is what's bothering me.
Right, and they have like I'm not gonna say no social media affiliations, but on the surface, not what you'd think. It'd be like I don't know, Louisville Slugger baseball bats investing in hockey pucks.
Yeah.
Like sort of the same category. Like it's sports nonetheless, but it ain't the right sport.
It's
It's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. It's almost as ridiculous as the waves and waves of frequency clouds that were in the inside the in the atmosphere today, you know? And then ironically, we got the hurricane coming into town today. Like this is what I woke up to.
Jesus.
Look at that, bro. Like it looks like a computer generated fucking background, bro. Like what?
That was PA today too.
All day. And then it started to pour like you read about. Just nuts. Like not a real cloud in the sky. Like for real. Like who remembers paper thin clouds with holes in them? Not me. Not me.
Well, it's not like that. It's just like, who remembers clouds that stretch together for fucking miles?
Look
There's
at that.
no break in them.
It's the same cloud over and over and over and over again. It's nuts. It's absolutely ludicrous. People don't see that. Like that is right there. That's 100% evidence of freaking weather manipulation via frequency based weapons.
Yep.
How can I prove that? Well, give me like 10 seconds. Maybe 10 more. Come on. Come on. We're right there. Look at that. No coincidence.
No coinky dink. Courtney says, who remembers a clear blue sky? Shit. Not me.
Thanks to
I
all
can't
the
recall.
I say thanks to the chemicals they've put in the sky. Like who could remember?
Let's see. Let's fucking the PA. It was kind of like it was off and on all day. Like cloudy, then breakage, then cloud. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like a blanket. Like you just had blankets for like weeks on end now.
Isn't
And
that
I don't get it.
It's New England, brother. It's England. You know.
But you remember?
I remember growing up as a kid. There was like giraffes and you know hippopotamus looking clouds and all this stuff. You know, and a nice bright blue sky, yellow sun, and that's been stripped away from us, dude. You know, people want to cry about their rights going away. How about humanity going away? You know, no one seems to care about that. But I want my God-given, you know, blah blah blah, my rights. How about humanity? How about life getting taken away as you remember it? Nah, you know that's a conspiracy. Okay, keep writing the governor. Let me know how that works out for you.
The what was I gonna say?
I don't know. I took you down there. That's my bad.
No, you're good. Oh, the Iowa. In Iowa, they got hit and like they lost all that like how many acres of farm?
Corn. Right. Yeah.
You know what they were hit with, right? They were hit with that straight line hurricane shit that comes out of nowhere that you
what was
me
it?
the other day.
What was that thing called?
Their Durancho or some shit like that.
Yeah, dude. How fucked is that?
But it looks like that those sonic waves there because it comes out like
of course
like that, and it comes out of nowhere, and the winds are like 110, 120 miles per hour.
But there's only one HARP facility in Alaska, Bobby, and it's not used anymore. So just get that thought out of your head, there, buddy. I mean, how nice is that? They covered up the HARP story by saying we used it, but it's shut down, so don't worry about it. It's like, oh, nice.
I mean, they might shut it down. They probably have shit so much smaller now.
That's what I'm saying.
And shit could fucking do that shit.
I think that most factories, you know, are put on ley lines for that specific reason.
It's, I mean, I wouldn't fucking put it past them. There you go. That's what it's called.
Whoa.
I never heard that a day in my life up until a week ago, and now it's hit twice. Since then, since you brought up the first time, couple weeks ago, and then the other day when it hit Iowa. It's happened twice, and I never heard of before in my life.
Why am I always like the guy who like tells people shit like that? You know, like I'm talking about how Wisconsin has quarries full of military men good to go, and the next day they pull an event in Wisconsin, and the military was involved the day after. It's like, oh, nice, dude, nice.
Yeah, I was just reading that in the paper. I'm right by Iowa. They were on pace for a record corn harvest.
Yep, and that got taken away, just like in Lebanon. How what's like 70% of the country's rice and wheat was stored in that harbor for some reason. That got blown up.
Let's see if there's any. Oh, did you hear about R. Kelly?
No, what's our Smelly doing now? Who's he fondling?
He got fucked up in a cell, so now he's in solitary confinement.
Nice, dude.
Somebody was like, "Hey, aren't you that motherfucker?"
Yeah, right. Put him down. Yo, check this out. I wanted to bring this up real quick.
Oh, I'm waiting for PETA. Coast Guard watch opens fire on shark to protect crew in water.
What?
And now I'm waiting for PETA. They'd be like, "Don't kill animals."
That's nice. But so I went golfing the other day in the woods of Connecticut, and this is on one of the holes. This is 100% concrete.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Is that a boat?
I don't know.
It looks like a boat with a guy on there, like a canoe or something.
I'm not sure. Freaked me out. So I took another picture. Nuts, bro. Like, what the hell?
Where was this at?
I was in Avon, Connecticut. And check this out. Avon Old Farms. Check this out. Yeah, look at this symbol. Avon Old Farms. It's a public, private, whatever it's called. One of those private schools for whatever they're called, kids.
Right.
What am I looking at? And this just happens to be right down the street. That old fancy red brick. Red brick here. You know what
roof.
I'm just like, yo, like look at this shit just coming right out of the ground, no problem. Like, yeah, we're gonna build boulders here, bricks over there. Like, nah, I think that Jerry guy's he's been onto something. And look at this interesting looking building. Looks awfully like the fucking little thingy that was out there. But just part of the church, I guess, no big deal.
That's a church? Okay.
Yeah, nice, right? So you got this thing there, and I got this thing on the golf course about less than a half mile down the road. And there were like castles out here, bro. There was like fucking, dude, I really wish I had like a GoPro going at all times or something, because at one point there was this incredibly old cemetery on a hill. I couldn't count the obelisk. Across the street is a pillared building. And I'm like, Andrew, no, I'm sorry. It wasn't a pillared building. It was allegedly a church, but the only part showing of it was the 100-foot steeple. The rest of the church just wasn't there, like that weird church I found in fucking Amherst. And I was like, I have a theory. I was talking to my brother, like that this is all one complex. He was like, I wouldn't doubt it. And I was like, and you usually find a Freemason fucking symbol sooner or in around these areas. And what's like right in between them two, as we pull up on the right hand side, a giant building that's got the old GM 33 on it with the bird and everything. I was like, yo. He was like, why is this happening? I was like, I don't know. I was like, we got to get out of here, dude. I was like, this is just sketchy. And then I drive by this place on the way back. This is apparently a church. I'm like, really? I'm like, since when are churches made in the image of Washington, D.C., and they got this dude on top, and I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not buying it. I don't know what this place is, but it's neat to look at, no doubt. No doubt, but just wow. We're going to call that a church,
Yeah, it looks like old Roman
Right,
place.
right, dude. And I'm saying, like, so if downtown London and like downtown DC look exactly the same with the stone buildings and the pillars, an easy way to tell people that history is a lie, it just look, because I think that all these old buildings were here before even fucking Columbus. You know what I'm saying? But an easy way to show, let's say they did build these buildings in the 18 and 1700s. An easy way to show people that everything is a lie is that they built the buildings in the same structure, on the same ley lines, in the same format as they did back home. If you were a nation fighting for freedom against a nation that has been suppressing you and taxing you, enslaving you, and blah, 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 you wouldn't make your state capital and all your capital buildings the same fucking complex and the same idea and the same structures, the same type of pillars. You know, it's crazy. You can mirror drag half of these cities on top of each other from England and here, but you know, it's crazy, dude. Just another way to show people history is a lie. And that no, it's not, you know. Oh, okay. Okay. Like I said, even that's a lie because I theorized that these buildings were here before Columbus. You know, I think they discovered all of these state capitol buildings and, you know, trust buildings and whatever you want to call these interesting buildings, city hall, state hall, whatever, with the pillars and the Roman Greco and the ornate shit all over it. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
It just okay. So imagine you're on a ball Earth, and you somehow built everything the same.
Yeah.
How?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like,
Exactly the same.
especially back then, like you think that they're gonna let you have the blueprints to the shit that's in a nation you're at war with to build buildings that are identical? No.
Why is there Egyptian statues in the forest in China?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why is there Egyptian shit all over downtown DC?
Bruh.
Why is there an obelisk in the Rome, Vatican, and fucking Vatican, London, and DC, and all around the world too? But that's your big three right there. That's your big three. What do we got here, Bobby? Another QAnon? Is that oh no? What is it?
No, it's a scroll down. There's a still image I want you to get to. All right, you can stop.
Eagle Eye conspiracy theorist. Nice.
Have spotted a series of symbols on Qantas engine covers, which are linked to century-old secret societies. Do you see the engine covers on the plane on the runway?
Oh my. Oh my. I didn't know what an engine cover was, but now I do. Okay. Okay. A little inverted, but that's okay. Wow.
Well, maybe the guy put it upside down.
Wow. Wow.
So, why?
What?
Okay, so I want you to go back up to where you just had it. No, down a little bit. That line. This is how they're gonna do it. The engine covers are black and have yellow tape across them, depicting a variety of shapes and symbols like smiley faces and emojis. You all see these symbols. We all know what they are, and they're comparing these symbols for the dumb people to smiley faces and emojis. Now, this story has nothing to do with anything. It's just engine covers that they put on the engines while they're in maintenance, or whatever. But it's just so odd that they would pick these shapes. It's just weird to me. Because you start talking about like the old symbolism and the old architecture. So I literally Googled Illuminati and went to news, and this was the first one.
That's nice. What'd I do?
But this is Australia.
That's in Australia.
Australia sucks.
Well, check this out. Britain sucks too. The British Museums reopens 2A. Drum
What's
roll,
that?
please. A
A new world order.
nice.
Now,
A world order in the time of coronavirus.
now let's go back to the 90s, if you will, when George Bush Sr. kept saying things like, it's time for a new world order. And when we are successful, and we will be,
Right. Bitches. It's
they
like,
said, oh shit, everyone's talking about new world order. We need to, how do we change it? Oh, well, let's go back to the old well, professional wrestling. Let's make a stable called the New World Order or the NWO. So every time someone's Google NWO, they'll probably get the wrestling faction before they get
And-
anything else.
and the great thing they did about that was take what the pretty much the baby face. They took the guy on high. No one could touch him. America's hero, Captain America, almost Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and brought him down to the New World Order of trashy Scott Hall and Steve Nash, right?
Nash over there, dude. Diesel and the boys.
Yeah, exactly. And you had X-Pac and whatever, dude. They were going nuts.
Yeah. So like, and
But-
I bring that up because they're doing the same thing here, right? So basically, they're trying to use it so much. The New World Order, Illuminati, they're trying to use it so much that it becomes desensitized. So now, like literally, U.S. China rivalry, New World Order, India 73, it's rolling emerging a New World. They're using it so much that it's going to become, it's not going to sting as much.
Speaking
people
of
hear
us, yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's like it's softening the meat. It's what they've done with pedophilia. They did that with 9/11 for 10, 20 years before it happened. It's
Yep.
ridiculous. But look at this. ABC News, Saturday Extra, Australia, the new world order. Nice.
Yeah, just like their theme song, New World Order.
Oh, like this song right here from the UN Virtual News. Yeah. I
Bro,
don't know. We'll go over that in a minute, but
bro, they said it live. And everyone's just like, this is a great song.
nice.
Anti-mace activists storm London supermarket demanding shoppers resist New World Order. That's the best thing I've read in fucking months.
Well, it's on Telegraph too. Normally they're not really on board with that shit.
Well, they're probably condemning them, saying that they're fucking
Assholes with laptop. So let's take a look at this, people. You got a virtual concert battling COVID, blah, blah, blah. August 15th. It's on the UN national website, the news website. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said national, but we're talking about, what are we talking about here? Solidarity. That's great. Multi-dimensional impacts. Didn't know you could do that through a virtual concert. You got reach and reception. And the final act. Very interesting. The concert closed in a moving performance of a song called We Will Rise. Keep that in mind. Written about the coronavirus pandemic in the Pacific and performed by the Pacifica Voices and the International School of Suva. Sung primarily by children and youth. I guess there's a difference now. The heartwarming lyrics conclude on a note of hope. Around the world, we are closing borders. COVID-19 on the rise. Nice. Sounds hopeful. A new world order behind closed doors. The storm will pass. We will survive. One more time. A new world order behind closed doors. What? We will rise. We will rise. Our isles will rise again. We will rise. We will rise again. Our world will rise again. Bobby.
I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say to that.
Bobby. Like,
They just said it. They came out live. They had kids sing it, and they just said it. A new world order behind closed doors. That's it.
the
That's it.
storm will pass and we will survive. What? The part that I'm really stuck on Our aisles will rise again.
Mm-hmm.
Epstein. He has an aisle. I'm just, and it also alludes to islands and mountains being put out of their place in the end times. I'm just, I don't know, man. There's so many things you can get out of that.
Aisles, like ideals, whatever. You can put really anything there. Or our aisles will rise again, meaning that it's something that has already fallen and needs to rise again. So it could be like the old way, the old order, the old fallen, whatever you want to put. It all fits. Man,
Could be Asgardia. The Asgardians.
Could be Asgard, but they literally said New World Order behind closed doors.
Yeah,
and no one's talking about it.
If I say that, copyright strike, hate speech, community guideline. They'll give you the banner, New World Order. Wikipedia, but they say it. Round of applause, heartwarming lyrics. What?
Careful, you ain't summoning something repeated over and over again. Please, if anything gets summoned here, they're gonna have a hard time. It's gonna be a bad day for that. Actually, now that you said that, Jennifer, I will say this. Last night I was watching YouTube trying to go to bed, and I was watching people react to like music. That's one of my favorite things to fall asleep to because it's really boring. And somebody was reacting to Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. And in that song, they say the name of a demon out loud. And every time, like, it was like I was falling asleep to it. So, like, I was listening to one guy. So then it went to the next reactor who was reacting to the same song. And I must have heard it like 4 or 5 times. And every time they said it, I felt like a presence was in the room. And I wasn't playing it over the loudspeaker. I was playing it in my headset. So only I, in my headphones, like in a logical world, only I could hear it. But my room felt real different until I said, "Try me," and basically, and I said, and I basically said, "In the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to leave," and that was that.
That was it. It's like, dude, I know exactly what you're saying. Like, you get that like weird presence and whatever, but like in a situation like that, it's like, in a real materialistic world. That should be plausibly impossible.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like, only I'm hearing something. It's not like, but it's, I mean, again, that's why I believe like they say the name of a demon in that song. Yes, they do. I'll go ahead and I'll say it. The name of the demon in that song is Beelzebub.
Ah.
And in the song they say his name. Say he has a devil set aside for me. So nice. you can go read the lyrics, Courtney, and it will say right there in that part, right before the big breakout, right before the big bam, and Wayne World where they back headband. Yeah. What demon did I mention? I just mentioned it. I'm not saying it again. If you want, actually, you might be able to pull up the lyrics and show them like where it says it in the song, so they don't think I'm fucking crazy. You don't have to say the name. I know you're not that thrilled about it. But I'll say I don't give a shit. I'll kick his ass.
I hate pointing out the fact that there's barium and aluminum in the atmosphere. There's that guy. I don't know how to spell this, dude.
Oh, you just put Queen Bohemian Rhapsody. Like if you do Queen space and then hit a B, it should pop right up.
I think I got it right here. Let me get some.
I don't know how to spell it either. I have an idea how to spell it.
So you got Bohemian Rhapsody. It probably has nothing to do with Bohemian Grove, but
no. Hey, shh.
Alex Jones broke into that one.
He just waltzed right in with a camera crew. Fucking outrageous.
Right, dude. He was shooting.
He hid in bushes and filmed this mock fuck.
In like 720p, bro. Like what? That would be like, dude. Like. Hold on.
This place had former presidents and congressmen and senators. They're just gonna waltz on in, dude.
That'd be like me hiding in the bushes with this bad Larry. Like,
yeah, that's basically what he did.
Do they see me?
Him and another guy walked in with that camera and like they snuck in. You're not sneaking into a place that has former presidents, guy, unless you're in the club, and that should have been everybody's fucking first hint. But everyone overlooked it because we were so into the truth back then. That was like middle 2000s, right? Like 08,
Yeah.
something like that. So like obviously people were just like, fuck, this is so cool. We're getting behind the look. Now we looking and go, motherfucker, he was in on it, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch. Do you have the lyrics?
Yes, I do.
You do.
Yes. It's playing with my camera.
Well, stop it. All right, so all this nonsense means fucking nothing. The first part of the song to me is right. Where is he at? First off, he also says, from the bolt of lightning, very, very frightening. That's a lightning. Haha. So then, oh, mama mia. And then there's the name of the demon. Has a devil put aside for me. That's an actual name of a real demon. That's not like something they made up. That's an actual name of a real demon.
Nice.
So every time they sang it live, everyone in that audience heard it. Every time people sing it, you say it. Every time you listen to it, you hear it. So that's that whole thing. But like going back to the whole listening, but have you ever watched like, I know you have, like the ghost shows you're watching with the I can't tell you how many times I'm watching like Ghost Adventure or something, grabbing a slice of pizza. I'm sitting down on my couch and I have it on 40, like, because I really want to hear it. And then like, is there a spirit here or making noise? And then something bangs in my room.
Yo, for real.
I'm like, hey, he wasn't talking to you, motherfucker.
I'll be watching it downstairs and I'll hear shit upstairs. I'm like, well, no one lives up there but me, so I wonder what's walking around, It's crazy, bro. Like the other day, I think I was at work. My uncle told me that the dog was like going nuts, barking up the stairs of Storm, and our dog is normally in check. She don't bark too much. She's like a chill dog, He got her chilled out, and then he heard a loud bang up here. I didn't know none of this yet because I came upstairs. I came home. He wasn't home at that point. I walk upstairs, computer, my notebooks, everything that was on the edge of my bed on the floor.
Is it thunder in Philly? It's loud in New Jersey. I have my headphones on and the volume cranked all the way up. It might be Jen. I think I just heard it. So yes, it is.
Nice.
Even though they said there was going to be no storms near me, that the radar said.
Yeah, right. The radar.
The radar, dude. It's the radar. It's the radar.
You know what's real funny is like how yesterday was like Wednesday or some bullshit, and they're telling us the period, the window of where it's gonna rain, precipitate on Saturday. They're like between 1:30 and 2:45 it's gonna rain. It's like, oh, I'm glad you have that pre-plan 5 days in advance, because normally when I was a kid, chance of rain throughout the day or chance of rain, blah blah blah, and then they started throwing percents in there. That's when I started being like, what do you mean 30% chance? Or what are you talking about? Is it gonna rain or is it not gonna rain? You got people on edge all day, and that was another big psyop of which they did to keep people just in a frantic panic state. Yeah. Like, oh, you got a 25% chance.
What the fuck is a 25% chance of rain? That sounds actually a 1% chance of rain sounds like it could rain. So if you're telling me there's a 30% chance of rain and it doesn't rain, then where the you know what I'm saying? Like, what? It's rain. It's either it's going to or it's not. It's like the other shit too. It has nothing to do with mind control and keep people frantic. But that shit where it's like 85 degrees, but it feels like 96. No, motherfucker, it feels like 85.
Right, and then it just fucks with your head, and you're like, "Oh, I'm dying,"
Oh, it's the humidity. I never once as a kid ever heard anyone complain about humidity.
No, and nowadays it's like the common thing. I think it has to do with the layer of shit in the sky, dude.
Just like I never heard. What's the fucking other one? I forget about it now. But now there's just all these other fucking different. Oh, it's like wind chill. Wind chill's the other one.
Wind chill.
That's like humidity. It's 60 degrees, but wind chill makes it feel like it's 60 degrees. Shut the fuck up. A breeze every now and again doesn't mean it's a win. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up. You're just,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're just making shit up. They're just making shit up. They're just saying shit. They're just fucking saying shit.
Well, dude, there was three types of clouds when I was a kid. Now there's what, 9 or 12 or something like that. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. And real quick, just because I just got sidetracked, I was gonna put on an exit. I was getting an exit song ready to go, and you got a nice ad on the screen. Vote Trump 88022. You know, nothing to see here. Nothing to see there with 88022. But then you have Creepy Joe 30330. That's his call-in number.
Yeah. Well, as you said that, I looked over at the good old twatter, and apparently Virginia Senate has passed a bill to reduce sentences for assaulting police officers.
Whoa.
So now when you assault a police officer in Virginia, whatever it was is now lessened by this new bill.
Nice.
So that tells people, go beat up the police.
Like you were saying. Yeah.
Like we've been saying, it's the Seattle was the first city. Seattle was also the first city that had the first thing of COVID, but whatever. Seattle was the first city to defund the police, and now Virginia passed this bill, and soon it's going to be everywhere, all over the country. You're going to see either no police or bills passing, so you can basically beat up the police and had nothing bad happen to you, to the point where they're going to phase out police. Crime will go up. And this time we don't have a Batman or a Superman or a Spider-Man to come get us, to save us. We're going to have the military come in. You can see it happening. It's not that hard to see where it's going. They're setting it up. It's like a storyline. Follow the storyline. A lot of us have read a lot of books and saw a lot of movies. We know storylines. Where's it going? From here, they need to build up the police as bad people, take them down so they can be heroes, and then have crime rise up, and then they can come in and be the hero again by putting in something that's worse than the police in military.
Exactly. And that's why they've built the military up as a football team for the last, 10, 15 years. Support your troops. You better support your troops. Well, troops are getting ready for a home game. You guys are going to support them then? You know, because they're not just going to be going after protesters and rioters. You know, once that's dealt with, they'll make their way up the mountains into the secluded living, we'll call it, where everyone has a shotgun underneath their bed, you know?
But it's not, it's the same playbook. It's the same playbook. They did it in the 60s. They did it, in the late 1800s. It just happens over and over and over again. It's the same story with the same group of people. And the same group of people keep falling for the same shit, and they just can't see it happening. I mean, you have BLM, right, who's being pushed and being, sourced by white billionaires. And then BLM takes money from impoverished black communities because they donate to BLM, thinking they're making a change, and they fucking donate $1 billion to white Democratic people. Hello, if that doesn't wake you up, nothing will, I don't think.
No, absolutely not, man. And that's what I was saying. That's why I named this broadcast "The Past Will Be the Future," because we've seen this playbook get played over and over and over and over again. Like, why do you think we call race wars old reliable? Because it literally is. Like, when all else fails, they got that on a stick, because they do a great job through subliminal messages, media outlets, superstars. Even when this stuff isn't happening, like mainstream wise, they're still like talking about it here, or there's always groups of networks that are working together for when a situation like this pops off, they're ready to go full force. And that's what we see now. There's no coincidence that there's hundreds and thousands of rioters ready to go on cue, but there's also not a coincidence that there's hundreds of thousands military men ready to go on cue in quarries just a couple miles outside of the town where all this shit popped off. It's crazy.
Not to mention Joe Biden has
Creepy
said
Joe.
one of the first things he'll do if he wins he will defund the police in America, which is why I think the double heel turn will happen. And I'm not trying to predict anything, so don't come back. Hey, you're wrong. I don't care about who the fuck the president is, but the way the stories are going, especially this late in the year, where September's around the corner and November is not that far off for a fake election, it looks like they're setting up to where Biden will win. He'll defund the police, and we'll spend the next how many years just crime on the rise, so many deaths, rapes and all types of just horrible shit. And then, so again, this is what I'm saying. They create a straw man, make you think there's a real enemy when there's not. The real enemy is the people who are making it. They're defund the police. Yay! They're heroes. Joe Biden's a hero. And then when the crime rises, they need a new hero. So he brings back, like I said, not the police, but more like a military presence. And then it's going to be worse because now, since all the crimes have risen, they're kind of have so many strict laws, like curfews and shit, so we can get the crime rates down. That it's going to be worse than what we ever had it with regular police went back before it was scripted to where we are. So they create a strong man, they create an enemy, they break them down, they look like heroes, but the real villains of the story are the people who create these fake enemies. That's the best part about it.
Absolutely, dude. There's nothing new under the sun with that situation either, which is why, that, the past is going to be the future. People got to understand that, things are let happen to happen over and over and over again, if not to extend the agenda, but to get people prepared for that agenda to extend by normalizing such events, such as pedophilia or seeing the new world order in the news everywhere. You have kids singing about it now. It's just so crazy. And it's just not a coincidence that Jesus Christ himself said that, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be when I'm coming back, so there's some things we got to keep our eye out for. Technology is on the rise, like you wouldn't believe, like segregation and being put down for what you actually believe in. That's through the roof right now too, because you have people who, they have to wear the mask here, but they say they want to claim religious exemptions, and they're like, you know what, we just, we don't want to have this altercation, so please shop somewhere else. That's exactly where this is leading. It's going to lead to that with the mask and the vax and the ID and the chip and blah, 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 just a transition into dehumanizing and transhumanizing the reality we live in. And,
Yep.
the people who don't want to go along for the ride, they have cages for us in fucking California, I guess, that have stainless steel toilets in them ready to go. It's crazy. And that's just in California. Who's to know what's in the hundreds of FEMA facilities around the United States that people don't even know or talk about? There's boat-sized FEMA facilities on the Mississippi River. No one wants to talk about those. It's hard to talk about them because there's not much anymore. But back in the day when the YouTube and internet was the Wild West, man, when there wasn't censorship and fake news, that shit was everywhere. And, like I said, there's no coincidence that TikTok is being bought by Microsoft and Walmart, Sam's Clubs, underground tunnels, children. It all comes together, people. It all comes together. There's nothing new under the sun. The past is going to be the future. The future is going to be the past. And another way I mean that is, time travel is something that the Nazis were trying ever so hard to fulfill. We adopted the Nazi communist dictatorship lifestyle, and we did it through the means of science and technology at first. So who's to say that we haven't been working on a product or whatever you want to call it, a science project that isn't similar to that for the dude downstairs to manipulate once he gets here, because he knows he has but a short time. So I'm telling people, spiritually, get ready for the worst, because this guy could possibly make a jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring us back to the days of Noah, literally. Like, not just a metaphorical, like, hey, the technology is the same. Like, we already have chimeras, we already have hybrids, we already have sentient beings, cyborgs, you name it. The next step will be men and women taking a vaccine, that's in quotations, that will manipulate your DNA. And that'll be the final straw. So, time is short for everyone. The time is at hand. The first couple words in the book of Revelation is, for the time is at hand. Blessed be the person, or, whoever reads this scripture, because that's what's going on. We are literally living in the end game, people. We're here, Bobby. We're here.
And let's not forget what USA Today thinks about the vaccine.
Let's hear it.
That article that we read last time we were live about how mandatory vaccines are not un-American, they're actually patriotic, and that the people who don't get them will be called refusers, and that the consequences of not getting the vaccine can be things like not being able to get jobs at private organizations, not be able to buy from these privately owned stores, not going to event auditoriums like for sporting events, movie theaters, concerts, things like that, because you don't have the vaccine. So this isn't theonion.com that we're reading from. This isn't, Alex Jones or the Drudge Report. This is USA Today, who has a big, massive following and a lot of readers, and they're brainwashing people to saying, hey, everyone who doesn't get it, they're refusers, and they are just the scum of the earth, and we need to rid them. So this isn't like some propaganda popping up out of nowhere. This is what they're getting ready for people to understand, to draw the line in the sand between us and them.
Yep.
And it's going to be bad.
Yeah, they're doing a damn good job at that. It's just unpatriotic to not get the vaccine. That's ridiculous, dude, because that's literally the complete 180, What a coincidence. These people work in diversion and inversion and whatever you want to call it. It's just, yeah, we're going to need a bigger boat, Pirate. That's what I'm leaving it at.
Jennifer said a little while back in the chat, we win in the end. Oh,
absolutely.
And that's that's always been the message that we've always conveyed, because the things we touch can put fear in people, because it is scary. I mean, I don't want people in this chat to think, I'm not going to speak for you, but for myself, to think that I'm not afraid. I am. But
yeah.
That's what courage is. Courage is being afraid and still stepping up in the face of danger and doing something courageous. When that day comes, and as Trump says, the military is going to issue the vaccine, and they come to my door and they say, the vaccine, and I say no, and they take me away and they put me in that cage and they start whatever, and every day, how about now? It's going to be a no from go to the day I die.
Absolutely. And it's interesting how you said it like that, because I have a feeling that just like in every weird little TV show where, populations are forced into getting a vaccine, a chip, or whatever, the ones who don't get, put in jail or tortured day after day, and they get offered the solution, they would call it, every single day, and yet they deny. It's just crazy. It's gonna be gruesome. It's gonna get intense. Let's put it that way. But like Bobby said, I have my thoughts of doubt too. But knowing that we win in the end, whether it's it's not gonna be here. I don't think. Maybe for the 144,000. I'm not that righteous to be a part of that group. I don't think. But
Not me either. And like I said on this show before, I was like, look, I didn't have the greatest life. I didn't do the greatest things. I said some bad stuff when it comes to the Creator, and I'll admit that now. And I'll admit to his face. So if the day comes when I die, and if I'm going to hell anyway, I'm gonna do it while I'm living, spitting in Satan's face the whole time.
Absolutely.
I'll go to hell with a smile and a wink. Because I know that on my way down to the day I died, I did everything I could in the last parts of my life to show people the truth about how wicked and disgusting and just about pussy that this dude is. And I'm talking about Satan now. I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about Satan himself. He is a little boy in this spiritual warfare going up against the Father in heaven. That's his facts. He's a little boy in a grown man's game. And that's why he has to give everybody the things they want right away, because he can't offer something like eternal life.
Nope.
And things like that, because he can only mimic what the Creator can do. And when I say mimic, that's even giving them too much credit.
Oh, dude, 100% I agree. And it's like, you know, it's my thought kind of just went out of my head there because, like you said, he does mimic, you know, but he mimics earthly things.
Yeah.
Earthly things, he inverts them or manipulates them, or some things he could do a little spot on-ish because he did, you know, he probably went to a couple school lessons upstairs, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was his top notch. That was one of his boys up there. God, you know, that was like Satan or Lucifer before he fell. That was like one of his main men. So he probably went to all the lessons or that he could have went to when he was up there. But from what I understand is that the angels who stayed in heaven and the mighty archangels, they completely finished their angelic training, as you would call it. And the ones downstairs haven't yet, but they don't know that. Or maybe they do know that, but they're just going to fool everyone into taking them down. But yeah, anyways, guys, you know, have no fear. You know, we all have our thoughts of doubt, but just knowing that simply you come as a human being, a man, you die as a man. That's it. You know, that is it. You don't let these people jab you. Don't let these people try to convince you that you got to live forever. If they don't, let them convince you that you got a virus, a deadly virus that has a 99.98% survival rate. You need a vaccine. That's just ludicrous. I've never heard anything like that in my life. But yet here we are in 2020. It's crazy, dude. Do you have any closing thoughts, Bobby?
I just want to say I love you, brother. I love everyone in the chat. It's going to be a scary time for sure, but just remember what the end goal is. The end game, if you will, if I can use their words against them, the end game for me has nothing to do with this plane. I don't care. I'm not fighting for anything that's on this plane. I'm fighting for what's after the plane, and that's all my eyes are set on.
Absolutely. I like the intensity and focus you have with shit like that. It's good stuff. That's good stuff, Bobby. And, you know, back at you, bro. Love you too. Jan, I know you're listening. Everyone in the chat, you know, much love to everyone, you know. And when I pray, I get my stuff out of the way real quick, and then I just focus on everything else. Like, I be praying for these scumbags who pull this on us. I'm like, yo, let them, you know, come to them in a dream and scare the nuts out of them. Something, you know, like use some of their stuff against them. It's because it's hard, dude. We're not battling against human beings. We're battling against things that look like humans who are actually principalities in high places, as prophesied in Ephesians 6:12, I believe. It's crazy, dude. But there's nothing new under the sun, people. But the one thing that stayed true this whole time is the word of God through Jesus Christ, whether it's in the book or in your heart. God dwells in the hearts of men. And please don't forget that, guys. We're going to get on out of here. Please like, share, and subscribe to Bobby Stevens and myself if you haven't already. Everything is, you know, we love everything you guys do in the chat. If I could go through all the comments, I would do it. But it's a lot to do. Talk, present, have a conversation, and read. I can barely live stream and talk to someone at the same time. But we're getting out of here. Be safe, guys. Be humble. Stay strong, and God bless.
Tibetan monks and Icelanders have in common, they believe that the earth is hollow. Join us as we begin our journey to discover the truth about the hollow.
Deeper than the depths of the center of earth, there lies a world that's unknown to the people on the surface. While we explore the nooks and crannies of the crust, there could be a whole civilization underneath us. A race indigenous to darkness. They make the homes inside of holes in the cracks and the crevices. We check the poles for an entrance. Ask Admiral Byrd and the Nazis. They're my witness. He's just a last tale of Shangri-La. And Agartha, but they're not of God. These mythic cities are utopian dreams of secret, esoteric, occult-like societies. They study Crowley and Blavatsky. They speak possessed by these spirits from hell like Alice Bailey. They seek the fruit of the serpent, and they will reap what they sow. They satanic servants. They preach original delusion. It is the seed that has sprouted the lie of evolution. So the techniques that are pagan beliefs unleash like hungry wolves that are disguised as sheep. They masquerade as these angels of light and brainwash all the masses without even a fight. It's deeply creepy and incredible. Just take a trip to the center of Earth where it's unbearable.
The idea that this inner realm is the source of paradise.
This is the paradise you dreamed about, where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth with no way out. The holy scriptures are explicit and descriptive. The lake of fire is not a place you'd like to visit. The hollow earth will not offer you enlightenment, nor the crystals or the spirit guides you're sided with. Their home's a core of the earth, their environment is one of torment and darkness and violence. The only fountains are the ones filled with flames. The only faces are the ones filled with pain. A population subterranean, from every tribe, from every time, from every tongue, from every nation. Accumulation of the sin from every human. This land of lava is an everlasting prison. So tell me now, is this vision one of paradise or one of hell that's in line with the Antichrist?
There are those who firmly believe that the hollow earth is actually inhabited by